Who wants to recap last session for inspiration?
It was a big old brawl. It started, I believe, with Krellick headed to speak to Captain Zendros. He went through a whole interaction with Zendros before being stuck in front of some sort of fiend who stabbed him with a spear and lit him on fire and generally coerced him into a deal in which Krellick gave up his ability to grow for an as of yet unrevealed power source.
Something.
Yeah. Uh, Krellick came back to the lighthouse where we were all gathered. Well, I mean, not at the time, but came down eventually. We were discussing the potential of taking the deal with Zendros to go grab a magical artifact from a sunken ship guarded by a demon. Then there was the fight with Hamir, where Krellick at the last minute changed the terms for the death to become permanent, no resurrection magic allowed. Uh, Managed to win by like I think 4 hit points. So it was real close and real dangerous, but Krellick did win. Spared Hamir initially, but then due to the exact wording of the contract, was unable to get out while Hamir was still alive. So Hamir was killed. In the meantime, Zashel had gone and dug up Yumi's body to acquire a finger, which he then, while the fight was going on and the folks from Acquisitions Incorporated were distracted, went to Farron in the Sea Grove, and in addition to delivering the supplies Farron needed for his attempts to fix him and Swarp, requested that Farron try to
Oh, he's getting back in. You're good.
reincarnate Yumi, and to which Farron agreed. They made it back. There was some consternation over Zashel and Lucky having not been there during the fight. There was the realization on their parts that Krellick had changed the terms of the deal. And then there were some conversations between Yop and Krellick, in which Yop discussed her kind of disappointment with everybody not being as interested in the fight as they were. There was a conversation between Vicaris and Krellick where Vicaris expressed his frustration at people unilaterally making decisions. And before the fight, there was a brief conversation between Zashel and Liru where Liru mentioned that she had helped Krellick after his whole sacrifice soul deal ordeal. And that's about it. We have a contract with Zendros at this point for, I believe it is 12,000 gold plus whatever else we can find on the boat to retrieve this artifact, which sounds like which she described as a mechanical lobster, which sounds like some sort of apparatus polish, but we don't know that exactly. But there is a signed contract in place. And I think that, and Jim Dark Magic still sucks and says we all smell like fish. So gave poor Lauren a conniption over whether or not she smelled.
Uh,
I think
yeah.
that covers everything. I don't think I may have missed something.
I think that was pretty much it. Gang, you were still kind of you've got the day after this match, this fight. What are your plans? What do you guys want to do?
we do need to. Zashel was trying to get everybody together in the garden to actually go over the contract to make sure that it was acceptable to everybody. Since the negotiations had been carried out just by Noel and Zashel.
This is great because the only other person in chat who wasn't there last time is Yop.
Yep.
Hey.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're good.
All good. All of you missed his recap.
Yep. Okay. Yes, so you guys have an opportunity to discuss this contract that you've. Wow, don't like that my brain tried to say contracted. This next job that you have.
Seems fairly straightforward. Sunken vessel called the Curiosity, north of the waters of Waterdeep. At the bottom of the ocean, there is a demon guarding what is described to us as a giant metal lobster, some sort of magical artifact that we are to recover intact for Captain Zendros. Anything else on the vessel would be ours for the taking. It is not part of the contract. Well, it's explicitly that we are allowed to take them. She did warn us about a demonic guardian, some sort of snake-tailed, many-armed creature. However, the pay would be the aforementioned 12,000 gold for the safe return of the object, and then whatever other items on the vessel that we might want to keep are ours to keep.
Well, I don't know that we should be entering into contracts with Captain Zendros.
Why is that?
Well, personal reasons. I guess you'll just have to trust me.
I trust Yop if she doesn't want to do it. Surely she has her reasons.
Has the contract been signed already?
Zendros has agreed to the terms as presented. We have not formally accepted the contract since we didn't want to. Just since it was just Noel and myself, we figured we would not sign until we had everyone's agreement. If there is consternation, we can always put it to a vote, or however.
Is there any elaboration you're willing to give, Yop?
Well, all I can say is that I don't think that she has been on the up and up with all of the members of this franchise. And, as a result, I don't, feel safe entering in deals with her anymore.
Wait, did she do something to Vakaris? I remembered listening to the story from your franchise that they sent me, and it seemed like they kind of Vakaris kind of had a thing, and was she mean to him?
What she has or hasn't done, and to whom she has or has not done it, well, that's up for those individuals to discuss if they want to. I'm just stating that I'm aware that some things have gone on, and I'm not comfortable being in business with her.
Does that mean I should stop? No, I'm not going to finish that. Never mind.
Is this the sort of thing where if it was put to a vote and the rest of us decided that it was not an issue, you would not want to participate in the contract, or is this something that is...
I'm an employee of the franchise, Zeshel. I will abide by franchise rules.
Okay, I don't want to... I'm asking because I don't want to put you out. Like, if this is something that is going to legitimately bother you, then...
Nope, I've said my piece.
Sarah, that religion check is in regards to Ayus.
Yes. Okay. Well, you did roll a natural 20. That's
Yeah.
pretty great. So with a 27, you know what? You guys continue your conversation. I'll send you a message.
I feel like Nola's just paused in like consideration.
Is this a all hands on meeting? Is
Yeah.
Krellick here?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm here. I've just been I've just been quiet.
Playing with Rage Fang, are you?
Are we outside? Look, I'm not getting shot.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I ain't getting shot.
I believe this is supposed to be taking place in the garden, so we would be outside.
In the garden? Okay, then yeah. I'm tossing rocks for Rage Fang to catch. To get a chance.
And they're shattering when he catches his beak.
Anyone else have any input on this particular matter? We can put it to a vote if not, or...
May I take a moment to consult in two ways?
Consult. What?
The head office and religiously.
Yeah, do what you need to do. We can always come back to this.
Yeah, Noel will nod and head off to his room. I'm first gonna do my augury to let's see. I have to look up documents again.
To head office.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Let me. I haven't looked at that particular part much. Yeah, smells solely. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the first one will just be to ask, Wheeler Woe, from the perspective of head office on taking this contract.
From the perspective of head office, getting this contract.
Mhm.
Wheel.
Okay. It's more or less expected. I am going to do augury then. Yeah, I'll do I'll do an augury towards essentially asking, taking this agreeing to this contract and signing it within the next 30 minutes, basically. So as it pertains to binding myself to this contract, and then augury. So that's kind of the perspective that my, religious contacts would be able to answer.
Yeah. I feel like that's still a wheel.
Okay. Fair enough.
During this break, Yop would approach Krellick. Probably sidle up next to him, maybe pick up some stones to toss to Rage Fang. Krellick, do you feel comfortable entering in a contract with Captain Centros?
He takes a bite out of some breakfast sausage. We know geese, right? 'Cause don't really know how to feel about Zanny, right? I mean, she's been good to me. You know, she's been good to us. Maybe it's just like a misunderstanding.
Yeah. I don't know, I think perhaps you should think about it the other way around. I think we've been awfully good to her. Made a lot of money off of us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Hey, that's
And-
it. We'll just ask for a refund.
On your situation, we'll just ask for a refund.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's only like one day of schooling, you know. So, I mean, she's got to give a refund for it.
Perhaps. Do you have a receipt?
Well, no.
Yeah, see, that could be a problem, Krellick. Many establishments don't like to give refunds without receipts. Maybe we could use the item in this contract as a bargaining chip to get you a refund.
Okay, I like that idea. Hey, you remember when I was describing that thing that was like running me through, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What if we like went to his office and asked for a refund?
I don't know where that would be. I'm guessing that Captain Zendros would have to help us out with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you said, right? We done a lot of money in business with her. I'm sure she'd be willing to help us with it.
Okay, well, I'm not so sure, but if you're comfortable with it, I guess we can give it a shot.
Yup will attempt to throw a stone to Betty, and upon trying to catch it, Betty dents her beak. And rush over. Right. Do some mending. And ponder to myself, what the fuck is up with Rage Fang? Jesus Christ. Got to get some of that Rage Fang blood and do some testing.
So yeah, Noel will come back at some point after doing each of the rituals, and will hand Zashel a dossier, basically saying like, "Here's everything I know about like Ayus. Father a demon lord, Cambion, who's become a demigod, a warlord. Generally, the followers trend to be very violent, evil, dangerous, bloodthirsty, broadly bad. However, there's no evidence Noel has seen to suggest that Zendros is similar or follows the usual profile. And then there'd also be a quick thing about, the results of the augury.
Okay. Fascinating.
It is
But,
worth considering.
Okay. I mean, that is certainly a considerable amount of information on this deity.
If we give to her this item as per the contract, my
Yes.
other investigations indicate that it is good for us, potentially.
I mean,
But-
it is a considerable payday.
But we should watch her carefully after giving her this item. Noel shrug.
I mean, we have known Zendros for some time, and he's looking around at everybody. I guess I don't understand why our disposition with regard to Zendros has changed sufficiently, but it clearly has, and if we are not in favor of this contract, we can simply not take it and find something else, or enjoy some time off. I mean, Krellick has certainly been through an ordeal. I'm sure it wouldn't be too difficult to find other work here. We also do have, if we would prefer, the situation with former councilperson Anders, or councilperson Solmner, rather, to look into.
Is there anyone who would like to lodge a formal complaint against Zendros?
Well, is there an opportunity to renegotiate the contract?
Potentially.
Suppose, yes. I mean, nothing is formally signed on our part.
Krellup catches Yop's eye and like gives a nod. Like that's a good idea.
Well, I would like a clause added that, in addition to the coin, that Zendros will help undo what she has done to one of the franchise members.
Noel's
What?
head quirks.
I am afraid the contract would require something more specific.
Unfortunately, this is true.
Well,
Yop sort of looks in Krellick's direction. And seeing no objection,
Yop says, well, I think if she is willing to help undo what she helped do to Krellick, then I'm in favor of getting her this artifact.
What has she done?
Well,
I mean,
I think if Krellick hasn't shared it with you, there's no reason for that.
She knows what she did.
Unfortunately, I may need to know for contract negotiation.
we can.
Well, unfortunately, you won't. I don't see why you need to know certain things about what some members are doing, but not what other members are doing. If people are allowed to have secrets here, they're allowed to have secrets here.
Broadly, I agree, but in this case, it is a problem of not understanding how she did this to Krellick. Was there an
Also-
agreement?
What is specifically in the contract? There have been no secrets during anything specifically pertaining to a written contract. Regardless, if you would prefer to, Krellick, renegotiate with Zendros, then as long as you are willing to go with us to renegotiate, you can, I'm sure, find a way to convince Zendros to do whatever it is you want her to do in a way that is sufficiently clear and legally binding. That will however, leave the negotiations up to you. Which may... Well, whatever the resulting contract is would still have to be acceptable to the rest of us. So you would have to keep that in mind while performing these negotiations and operate with the understanding that it may fall through entirely. Is that acceptable?
Krellick, may I ask a question? Sean's muted. Don't know if he's muted or had to step away for a second.
You might.
Were you claim to have been wronged by Zendros in some way, yes?
Sure. Let's say that.
Was it a part of an agreement or an assault on your person? That is, did you know it was going to happen?
I mean, I thought something might happen.
I ask because one of those is a problem for all of us, and the other is not necessarily. If you have been taken advantage of, that is an issue.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, I forget all this. Okay. Look. I fucked up. I was gonna take magic lessons with Zenny, and then it all went sideways, and I ended up talking to some kind of man bat, and they stabbed me with some kind of big fuck-off spear, and then kept asking me what I was, and I kept telling him that I was me, and then he asked what I loved the most, and then I showed him, and now I can't get big no more, okay?
I am sorry that happened to you, and thank you for telling us. That is a problem. It seems then that you entered into an agreement you did not understand the terms of, yes?
I don't really know. Or I talked about selling me soul to Zany for like powers or whatever, but you know, Vicoris maybe promised not to unless he was there or one of yous was there, so I didn't sell me soul.
That at least is very good. I understand you are defensive in this, but know at least that I am on your side for this. If you have been violated as a part of a deal you did not understand.
Okay, you didn't go that far.
You were stabbed with a large flame sword.
I think it was a spear. Could have been a trident, but, you know, I only saw the back end of it.
What were you given in exchange for this?
Okay. I look at Noel, and I point one of my claws in the air, and a little I think this would be accurate. A little fiery sigil begins to. I'm tracing it in the air, and I speak. I speak in Draconic the word control, and I need Noel to make. I need Noel to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. No, you are. You do not pass.
Uh-huh.
And I smile a little bit, and I say, "Walk on your hands."
And, Noel, you do everything in your power to comply.
Right. So while I'm under this subjectively, I don't know that anything's wrong because I'm charmed. I just am doing it. Right?
The spell that you are under, you are charmed, but you would definitely know that you are charmed. Like, you are aware that this is not a willful, you are not being willed to do you are being willed to do something, you are not willfully doing something.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think like, everybody could see Noel, like, expression, like, one of locked into, like, somewhere between concentration and panic, trying not to do this, but being forced to do it.
It's very jerky and rigid and uncomfortable.
Okay, that's enough, Krellick. You stop this right now.
Okay. Oh, just a little bit longer, though. I mean,
I slap Krellick.
okay. I end concentration.
Coming out of it, Noel immediately fucking casts Spirit Guardians and, like, glances over at Krellick.
There is dark shadows that pull from the reeds and form as massive specters with hollow faces and torn robes that begin circling defensively around Noel.
Noel, like, yeah, Noel is, like, growling low in his, like, throat and chest.
Are these actually, because you have to choose, are these attacking?
I think it's like Noel does not make them attack. Like, Noel has
Okay.
enough self-control to stop from hurting Krellick,
Okay.
but they are out because Noel is, like, full-on defense mode.
Easy.
Okay, yeah, no, you stop it too. You're the one who asked what it was that he got in return.
Yeah.
Yes, a question which could have been answered with words, not magic.
Okay, so mistakes were made all the way around. Can we stop this now, please?
Yeah, Noel, like, glances at Yop and, like, takes a breath as all the, like, guardians, like, puff out one by one. Noel just shakes his head and walks inside.
You know, they do it like once a day anyway.
Clear we are in no condition to be accepting this contract at the moment.
Maybe that's not the right thing, right? I mean, I know I fucked up with it. Sorry, this sausage.
It's all right, Krellick. Put your head between your legs here. I'll pat you on the shell.
Okay. Oh.
Get it all out.
Maybe. I mean, look, if I'm trying to get back what was taken, then I need Zanny to help with that. Right?
Yes, we need leverage with Captain Zendros, and we now know something that she wants.
Yeah, and I mean, if doing this is gonna smooth that along, then I'm for doing it.
It will require a renegotiation. I'm not about to enter into a contract with certain terms and then hold the item in question hostage for whatever it is that... You have made a binding agreement, Kralik. And even though this creature that you have agreed to this trade with damaged you physically and broke you mentally, that is a binding agreement.
Yeah, well, I'm about to unbond its wings to its back, you know what I'm saying?
You will find that exceedingly difficult. Given that it sounds like you have dealt with a fiend of some sort, first you would have to even bring it to this plane, and even if you did, there's realistically nothing that can harm it here, because even death of its corporeal body would simply send it to be reformed in its own domain. If you wish to actually threaten it, you would have to descend into whatever hell or abyss layer that it happens to reside, which...
Well, easy, I'll just do that.
Which is not easy. So, if we want to enlist Captain Zendros' aid in giving you a chance at renegotiating or
Getting a refund.
retracting this particular deal, then this contract will have to be renegotiated, which will almost certainly entail a significant loss of what would otherwise be, or a significant reduction, I should say, in what would otherwise be monetary compensation for the services that we are rendering. But
Okay.
I think we can all agree that if that is something that you want to do, that as members of this franchise, we are behind you.
Do you think that do you think it would work?
I think the most that Captain Zendros can do for us in this instance is to give you another audience with whatever this entity is. Ultimately, the deal that you have made is not with Zendros. It is with whatever that man-bat you talked about is. This deal with Zendros will not change that. But if we can use it to our advantage to get the identity or sign of this individual, perhaps we can contact them on our own.
It was one of my two ideas I was just having, right? Look, okay, Zany's place, right? It's not just a shop, it's a temple, she said, right? It's so, like, it's got to be a temple to, whoever, and what if that's, like, the Batman?
She has referred to her shop as the Temple of Ayas before, so that would be my guess.
So, like, if Oz is the Batman, then, I mean, isn't, like, these people, like, if they're, like, gods, right, like, don't they live someplace? Don't, like, people know about it?
Yes. I mean, I am assuming you're not suggesting storming a divine domain, but, well, I suppose infernal or demonic, I always confuse the two.
Yeah, see, I mean, I don't know how well the negotiations is gonna go, but I am suggesting storming wherever he lives.
Krellick, the reality is to get this part of you back will almost certainly entail a higher cost.
Yeah, but what if I, like, begin twisting that Batman's head off? And it's like, I'll keep going unless you give me my big back.
Well, if you're doing that here, more than likely he will simply laugh at you, die, reappear in his domain, and then send his, I don't know, variety of demonic underlings against you for the rest of existence.
Well, yeah, that's why we knock on his door.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's first try and figure out what exactly this is, and whether or not Zendros can and is willing to help.
Okay.
It seems like deciding what to do beyond that, for all we know, Captain Zendros either will say, oh no, I'm completely unwilling to assist you. This is the god to whom we pray. I would never take a side against them. Right? Furthermore, maybe we find out that if we go get some herbs from the forest and Krellick eats them, like that'll just clear everything right up. We don't know what's going on yet. We know Krellick has been taken advantage of in a bad deal.
We know a demonic pact has been made. I am somewhat familiar with the way magical pacts work. There is an incredible binding magic to them. Something that very little on this plane may break, but we can...
Yeah, but for all we know, the demon is as unhappy with what he got as Krellick is with what he got.
I suspect the demon would not have taken it if they were going to be unhappy with it, but you're right, it does bear investigation.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, only like, you know, the last remaining power of the dragon in the turtles. So, I mean, it's not worth anything.
Holy shit.
Why on...
Yeah, I don't know that you're gonna like the answer to that question, Satchel.
I wanted magic. All yous have magic. I just wanted to be, you know, just want to be like you all.
That's very sweet, Krellick, but we don't want you to lose parts of yourself in the process of trying to do that. There's safer ways that we can get you magic. So why don't, in the future, you trust those of us that care about you and have demonstrated that?
I don't even know if I want magic anymore.
I know, it's very tricky, isn't it?
What part of the last of the power of the dragon turtle in the turtle bloodline sounds like that's not magic?
I don't know, Lucky, or I wasn't thinking straight. I was so angry that Tally didn't want to teach me anymore.
Whoa. What?
She's not my magic teacher anymore.
What happened?
I think that she got upset that I killed a friend when I was there. Maybe she didn't know about it. I don't know. She didn't believe in me. I just wanted to prove her wrong.
Do you think you did that?
I do not.
She kind of puts an arm around you the best she can.
I pat her shoulder. Stupid magic. Stupid headband.
It's okay, Krennic. We're gonna get this all worked out. And I'm pretty sure that in the process, you're gonna get to smash a few people with that big shield of yours. Would that make you feel better?
It would make me feel a little better.
There is one other place we could go for information, Krellick, but you are not going to like it.
Oh, I think this is an excellent idea. If it's who you're thinking of, she helped me out with getting rid of the curse with that trident.
She's already helped you once with this, Krellick. Although I don't think, from what she said, you were in any state to understand it.
What are you playing at?
Use your headband.
Krellick strains.
I don't know, Sean, do you know who they're talking about?
I mean, I know.
Okay, alright.
I certainly know.
I'm gonna let you decide with whether or not 19 lets you connect those dots. I feel like that's a yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I assumed that Krellick was being obstinate just on purpose. Like, he knows he's just not going to say.
I concentrate, narrow my eyes at you, and think hard, and then my eyes open a bit more and say, "No,
All right, take it easy.
no,
Take it easy.
no.
Krellick, just let's talk about this rationally for a little bit.
I do not trust her."
Yeah.
He is the reason you're walking around and not drooling on a floor, from what I understand.
Well, now,
So-
Sasha, let's maybe take it down a notch, play this a little easier, if you might. Now, Krellick, I understand that you don't trust Liru at all, is that right? I understand that. And I don't think anyone here is really asking you to just turn on a dime, so to speak, and or turn on an electrum piece. Yeah, I don't know what the time is. I'll have to research that later. So no one's asking you.
It's like a little bag of weed.
Oh, I thought it was like a small diamond, you know?
It's been such a long time since I bought a little bag. I've forgotten what they're called.
Oh, man.
So look, no one's asking you to give up on that. What we are asking.
I'll never give up weed. I swear.
What we are asking, Krellick, is do you trust Zashel? Do you trust me?
Of course I trust you all.
Well, that's all you have to do in this case, is trust us that we have your best interest in heart and we wouldn't let anything bad happen to you.
I point a finger at Zashel and say, "Okay, but no more dreams."
Zashel just stands there, blinks a few times. Let's go. She should be awake already.
Krellick, what does that mean, no more dreams?
It doesn't matter. Hey, should I go, like, see if Noel's coming, or, I mean, he seemed pretty pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
I'll go, I mean, you think that I should go say something, or should I just let him, like,
Yeah, you
cool
should
off?
go and
Oh,
yeah,
say
okay,
something
You should
Okay.
probably apologize. Yes.
specifically.
Oh, God. This whole day is making me sick. Okay.
I'll wander around the lighthouse looking for Noel.
Yeah, Noel's in his room.
I'll go knock on his door.
You notice on the door there is like nailed to the door basically a personal contract negotiation form and a renegotiation form.
I look at him. Way too many words. I just knock again.
No. No, it's me.
Door opens. Yes. It's completely dark inside. You can see like a lit candle in the corner.
It occurs to me I never seen your room. Do you always keep it like this?
Yes.
Okay.
It reminds me of home.
Okay.
Are you here for something or
Yes. I came here because, I wanted to apologize for making you walk on your hands.
I was on your side.
I mean, you did ask me, like, what it was.
Your solution then was to, after being taken advantage of with magic, to take advantage of someone else with magic.
Okay, when you put it like that, it doesn't really sound that, like, super great.
Mm-hmm. Because it is not. I accept your apology out of professionalism. Do you need something?
I think we was gonna go into town and, I think we was gonna try to talk to Zanny, see what we can find out about, my problem. I would appreciate it very much if you would help us.
Not us. Ask me to help you.
No, I need your help. You's like the best at all this.
Yeah, Noel like looks down at you for a moment, like arms crossed, like making eye contact. Then just slowly nods, puts a hand on your shoulder. I will assist in this, but I need you to understand with it. If you do that again to me, or even try, one of us will have to die, yes?
I look at you right in the eyes and say,
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't gotta worry about that now.
Noel nods and like pats Krellick on the shoulder and like gestures to like lead the way.
lead the way.
Noel will come with.
Excellent. All right. One by one, you funnel through the kakunk, 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 to get you guys into town. Where would you like to start?
Well, look, Zashel, I think we should. If it's all the same with you, we should probably start with Liru. If she knows what this is about and can do something about it, then we can just bypass the whole conversation with Zentros entirely.
Okay, but keep in mind that unilaterally breaking such a contract can have its own consequences. I feel I must also be clear that this, well, we'll see what she has to say.
Well, that's good enough for me. Okay, she lives over here. I know the way.
Oh dear.
I know you do.
I know where
Krellick's
mom
terrible,
lives.
horrible, no good, very bad day.
Okay. You all head to Liru's cottage. I don't believe Noel has been here. For that matter, Lauren might not have either. I don't recall. But it is an overgrown little place that is very green and lush for the sparse vegetation of the environment, full of wildflowers in the garden and a small, like knee-high fence. It is picturesque and absolutely beautiful, and Zashel leading the way, or even Krellick leading the way inside. It is densely packed with small knickknacks on every shelf, some that look mightily arcane, and some that look as if they have been drawn and expended, and then some that are just curious little objects in general. There is the to one side of the open building at this point, where there is like a dining space. There's a table where a gnomish woman with dark hair and a very weathered leather coat, like a sailor's coat, is sitting, drinking coffee with 3 or 4 books out in front of her. She is scribbling some notes with one hand while running her finger over some text. She looks as if she has been up all night. And when the door opens, she looks up and says, "Oh, there's a lot of you." And she rubs her eyes. Come in. What's going on?
We have an important issue to discuss with Liru. Have you been up all night?
Yeah, she rubs her eyes again with the palm of her hand, and very deliberately eyes Krellick. and says, "Is this about?" And she nods towards him.
Yes.
All right. She's had me working on that for a little bit. And she goes back
Okay,
over to the table,
Who doesn't know my business?
climbs up onto
listen.
the stool.
Listen, bad gas travels fast in a small town.
She told me what happened, and I saw him that night. She had me make sure he got home safe. Okay. As much as I have been able to read so far, and she'll be home in a little bit, I think. She looks out and kind of squints her eyes to the window to kind of determine what time of day it is, and says, unfortunately, a lot of what I'm able to find is that what we can feasibly do is offer another trade or exchange, as that seems to be the sort of thing that Eos is interested in, right? I mean, he asked for something. I don't know what. But he asks for an exchange. His power is somewhat limited as a lesser demigod. He has much to give, but much must be returned in exchange. So at least that's, and she puts her hand on the books that she's going through. That's at least what I've been able to get with a couple days' work. Oh, I'm Punketta, by the way. She extends her hand out to shake those she's not met, which I believe is most of you.
All of them but Yob, actually.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, I've heard your name once or twice.
Yeah. I'm, I guess, Zashel's employee, technically.
Wait, what?
It works for me. There was a decision not to add her to the franchise the same way that Toby and Micah are, so I personally employ her here to assist Lyra.
And in exchange, I'm not in jail, and I get to do some of the most odd research I think I ever could have. And she puts her hands back on the books.
I didn't take you as someone who'd have a little thing on the side, Zashel.
Okay, I know I'm short, but that is rude. You know that, right? That's rude?
I
I
didn't
don't
mean
think
it.
that's what he means.
No, I mean, Zashel's a company man after all.
Yes. I don't see the conflict here.
It was just not a conflict, it's just surprising, that's all.
Okay. Regardless, thank you for your assistance with this research, Punketta. That is about, I believe, what I suggested to Kralik, that there would be a further exchange required.
Yeah, something that equals or is almost certainly greater than the worth of what has already been traded. You wouldn't have anything that compelling, would you? I mean, I guess that depends. I don't know what you traded.
It's like I gave him a piece of my ancestral power.
Okay. She scribbles that down.
What? Okay, look, I don't know nothing about Batman, but what if, like,
Batman.
yeah, Batman.
Cambion.
Amen.
Cambion.
Ambien.
Yeah, okay.
Look, what if I gave him a different deal that was, I don't rip your wings off, and you give me it back?
Okay.
Gone over why that won't work.
She turns a few pages of one of the books and pushes it towards you to an illustrated page of the creature that you saw, ripping two men limb from limb at once in the midst of a bloody battle, demons on every side, and a village just being pillaged.
That is awesome. But I mean, my friend Chandria can do that, so, and I'll beat
No.
her.
Not the lesson to take from that, but
But Karlik, you kind of fought her when you were both not at your best. I don't know if you could beat this Batman, as you say it.
Cambion.
Amen.
I'm sorry, what is a Cambion? And Lauren pulls out a notebook and she's prepared to take notes.
A Cambion is a creature that is half mortal and half fiend of some kind. However, Eos himself has been elevated from mere half mortality with the siphoning of the power of his father, and eventually, for a short period, the death of his father, and then the reincarnation, which then demoted him. It's kind of a long history. It's all here. And she taps a notepad that she's working through.
Does the item to be traded have to come from Krellick?
I would suppose probably unlikely necessary. I mean, as long as what you were trading was in exchange for what was given explicitly, and then you had some way of returning whatever it might have been to Krellick, then I suppose that would work.
Well, perhaps Krellick and I should go see this Cambion together then.
Yeah,
Go
your
and
book
see him.
say, your book say where he lives.
Yes, yes, because it's a prominent empire out in the east. And she turns a couple more pages to a map and indicates a few weeks travel out, and says he lives on the material plane, but it is an empire of fiends.
does he not have an infernal realm?
Well, I suppose he does, but it would be rooted in his father's realm, and they don't necessarily get along.
Yes. I meant more that should we, by some miracle, find and defeat him, he would simply reform there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
What's his dad's name?
Fuck.
Cambion Senior.
Bruce Wayne.
Hold- She tells you his name, and
Yeah.
I will scribe that as soon as I find the guess.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's happening. It's coming in. Okay. He don't get along with his dad. Took his dad's power. We go find his father. That's how we get to him.
Oh, it's Grazed, by the way. I forgot it was just Grazed.
Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah. We help his dad get revenge on his son, and in return, he returns back what was taken from me.
That is
Brilliant, I know.
Okay. We'll walk that one back a little bit.
Misguided.
Graz doesn't want anything, or has not made any desires known in the material plane, really. I don't.
Yeah, but like, you know, the Cameron, he pissed off his dad, right? Took his dad's power from what you saying, right? And then, and we just gotta kill him where he lives to like, well, we gotta fight him where he lives to make it like, you know, impressionable or whatever. So, I mean, wouldn't his dad want to put punishment on him?
Maybe. I mean, Grast has lots of bastard children. That's one of his trademark identifiers. And she kind of turns more pages in her book. I don't know if I don't know if that is exactly the right solution. I mean, it's certainly a solution. But then you'd be in the abyss fighting a demon that is going to be more powerful in its own realm than it is in its own kingdom, which is already an insurmountable idea in the first place.
Yes, we should not continue down this line. Yop, you may remember the name Grazed. Kiara was on the run from him. 6 Toes.
Oh dear.
6 horns.
Yes, that's... Yeah, let's steer clear of that entirely, I believe.
I will. But
Well,
it's a good idea.
let me ask straight out. What do you think this Cambion would be willing to give in return for my blood magic?
Not your blood.
Well, no, I'd keep my blood. I'm just talking the magic that I have been able to coax out of said blood.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know personally, but as a known warlord, I'm sure that any opportunity to become more violent and strengthen his hold on his kingdom and expand his empire probably would sell pretty well.
Yes, I would think so. I would think that, although getting big is certainly very useful, I think perhaps the blood magic might be more versatile.
Well, yes, but you have to recall that you're then putting the power of Hemocraft into the hands of a demon that does live on the plane that we live on.
Yeah, but you said he's like real far away, so I mean, once we leave, it's like not a problem.
Oh my god. She gives Zashel a look.
Where did you say Liru had gone?
She said she had to go and see somebody, but she should be. And the back door opens, and Liru comes in, taking off her cloak, looking a little, what's the word, windswept. Oh, hello everyone. I thought I heard voices, but I didn't hear so many as I... Good morning.
How are you? I apologize for not coming by yesterday. We had to get back to the casino. We missed the fight entirely.
Oh, it is all right. How is everyone?
Well, we
Never
are...
better.
Krellick, why? We are here for your help in dealing with the issue we discussed yesterday. Krellick has come to the realization that perhaps this was not the best idea.
Wait,
Oh.
hold on. You discussed this with Liru yesterday?
Liru informed me of what had happened.
Well, then
Well,
what was all the
bits and
act about
pieces.
not knowing what had happened 20 minutes ago?
I would have spoken to Krellick about it in private the same way I did with Vicaris, but it came up before I said anything, and so rather than reveal, much like you were doing, Yop, rather than reveal any of it... I'm sorry, let me rephrase that, because that sounds like I'm accusing you of revealing. Similar to what you were doing in trying to give Krellick the opportunity to say it all on his own, I was trying to not, what is the phrase? Air his dirty laundry.
I see.
So then everyone knows what happened.
Vaguely.
Oh.
There has been a deal. Krellick has lost his ability to grow. He has gained some small amount of domination magic, I suppose, is the phrase. And, well, Krellick, you can explain. This is your situation. I don't know why I am speaking for you.
No, it's alright. You's a good... I mean, you's better at talking than I am, so... It's fine. Thank you for respecting my privacy. Liru,
Yes.
as Zeshua has explained, and I guess everyone here knows, I am in a bit of a pickle with a Cambian,
Yes.
and I don't want what he gave me. I want what he took from me.
I see. Would you like my help?
If I had teeth, they would be grinding as my beak kind of rubs against the top and bottom of itself.
Yes, I would like your help.
She smiles very warmly and says, "All right. I am deeply sorry that I was not able to assist you sooner the other night. I truly wish I had been there faster. I might have been able to do something, but there are powers beyond both of us, and they are going to have their way with our lives, whether we like it or not. I can help you here. Eos wants some sacrifice. Sacrifices are things that will be missed, and things that cannot really be returned. I might be able to do something that could nearly return what you have lost. At cost. To myself, likely.
Wait.
She turns to you, Zashel.
There's not another way.
Well, might any of you have such a power that a creature such as a demigod might wish for?
I mean, I did recently come across the ability to control people.
Yes, enchantment magic. Powerful, dangerous, and wicked in many ways. Although if he's willing to part with it for sacrifice, I do not know it is something that he holds as in high regard as you do.
Well, I do have this blood magic. I don't know if that would be either of interest or comparable to what you were willing to sacrifice. And as Ponqueta has pointed out, is it really something that we want to put in this demon's hands?
In truth, that power is a dangerous one, and ordinarily I would feel compelled to focus my efforts to take it from whoever I had seen it with. But yup, in truth, I've seen you use it with efficacy to an ends that my gods foresee as worthy, in a fashion. I do not trust such a power to a demon.
He is
Well.
welcome to the innate magics of my kind. I have little desire to use them.
And for that reason, it is not a sacrifice, Zashel.
I mean, why's we gotta play his game anyway? I mean, can't we come at this from, like, the side?
Have you an idea?
Well, they didn't like my idea earlier, but I said we get his dad on our side and, you know, because he apparently doesn't like his dad very much or whatever, and then, you know, we can, like, get him where he lives.
I do not approve with an alliance with Christ.
Well, what power would you sacrifice in exchange for the return of what Krennic seeks?
Yeah, and you said nearly get it back. What's nearly mean?
Well, it would not be perfect. He has taken what he wants, and whatever I might be able to retrieve will not be the same. And what I might be able to offer him is my time. I have little of it left. It is deeply precious to me. That would be something he would find very valuable.
No. No.
Zashel, dear, this isn't a decision for you to make.
I disagree. I don't care. This is not... He's looking around at everybody. This is not the time for this discussion. We understand now the full breadth of the situation. We have another avenue that we still have not explored yet. We can speak to Zendros. We can... There must be another way.
He's got like his own kingdom or whatever, right? Like, what if Acquisitions Incorporated, like, offers to do something for him? Like, what if we do something for him?
That is a contract on behalf of the organization. It will not work for this.
Well, like, we do it something that he wants in return for what I want.
Seems like a conversation that can be arranged via Zendros. That may give us at least a guideline, a way to measure exactly the strength of what he expects.
Is there a way to bring his home here? Like a little bit of it?
His extraplanar home?
Yeah, like... I obviously don't know about magics, but, like, people do all sorts of crazy shit. Like, what could you make a room that's, like, his home, and then when he's in it, then he's vulnerable, but, like, we don't have to go to where he lives, it comes to us.
Well, that could be done, but not by someone such as I. That is still a deeply evil place that I may not enter. Perhaps there is another arcanist who might be able to do so?
You think, Kekik can do it?
Oh, I was thinking that odd foppish fellow who was at the casino the other day.
Jim. Oh, this gets better and better.
Look, things is on the table, you know. I think this is going pretty good.
You have time yet to think about it.
Hey, so we've got some possibilities. Here. Okay. Well, Punketta, you've been writing all this down.
Yep.
Okay. Can we get a copy of them notes?
copy, I'd take it.
Okay. Gonna take this book on the Batman.
She looks at Liru, and Liru nods, and then she closes the book and hands it to you.
You're gonna need help with this.
Sure thing, Credit.
Do we want to go see Zandy?
Probably should, if nothing else, to accept or decline the contract that has been offered or renegotiate. I will leave that to you.
I will try something first. It is not likely to work, but Noel shrug.
Do whatever you think is right.
I'd like to take a few steps just to get a little bit closer to Liru, and say to her,
You said that you was there that night.
She nods.
Was that you?
Her brow sort of folds in a very pitying expression, and she nods. I am no warrior. I'm sorry.
I just look at her and nod my head with an understanding.
Okay.
Noah's going to look at Kralik and say, "Come here."
Okay.
You see, Noel looks like, up until as you're walking over, Noel looks very uncomfortable and like he's waffling. The second you step up, Noel will place a hand out on your head, and you see look of determination. And I will try, because it is a Hail Mary and that is what it is for, to I am particularly incensed by the fact that you have entered into a contract where the terms were not made clear beforehand. I think I can maybe ask the Lord of a certain kind of contract for some help on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot.
Okay, go for it.
Nope.
Nope.
But
Not at all surprising. The loss, the what is the word? The increase of your stature within within your faith has not granted you greater access to the bent ear.
This is
Still a little cranky about the last time.
yeah,
and
no.
So
this is
not answering your calls yet.
There are some ways in which this is a relief. Because it's good that he just didn't get the call. Probably. Yeah. Unfortunately, in this case, nothing happens. Noel takes a hand off your head. Makes eye contact, just shakes his head slowly. That avenue will not work then. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know what you did, so...
I tried to ask a god of death for help on your behalf.
He said no.
More specific to say, he did not answer the request. which is another way of saying no.
Mm. Okay, well, let's go see Zenny and maybe she can, like, make arrangements or something. I don't know.
All right, and we're gonna take our 10.
Cool.
Good work, everybody.
Look, I gave it.
Zashel's gonna have a stroke.
I shot my shot. Okay.
I feel like
Yep.
I don't have anything I can do with this.
Yeah.
I don't have
Like-
divine intervention to pray to. No.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be trying it again for this. As much as I, the player, love the idea of just hitting that bingo card every day, or that slot machine, just ding ding, divine favor, ding, but divine favor, getting your phone call not answered very succinctly. Noel's like, oh, never mind then.
That's one of those phone calls that you're like scared to make, and they don't
Uh-huh.
answer, and you're like, oh my god.
And they go straight. You go straight to voicemail, and you're like, oh, thank God, I'm not leaving a voicemail. Oh shit! They sent me straight to voicemail. That's not good. Okay, well, I'm not leaving a voicemail because they clearly don't want it. I tried. I don't even know what that would have done. It wouldn't have been good for me, as all.
Yeah, probably not.
That one isn't as a part of, like, my job as a scrivener. This is just a favor.
Yeah. Which is not something that
No.
he's prone to.
No, he is not a happy, nice god.
No,
Where
you
he
are
gives
cult boy
shit.
this time.
Yeah, where he gives a shit, it's very specific and not very kind.
Oh man. Oh
I-
boy.
I didn't expect to spend this much time on this.
Yeah,
I
well,
thought we were gonna go fight
we
some
gotta
underwater
fix your
people.
shit now.
Well, it's just can we do this contract? Do we?
Yeah, I did not expect that scene to take a 90-degree turn.
Yeah.
But it certainly took a
Well, I also wasn't expecting to get mind controlled and to fail a wisdom check that was probably relatively low by rolling a 2.
DC 13.
Yeah.
It's keyed off his charisma.
It's so bad. That's why when I saw you roll
you
11,
fucking idiot.
I was like, oh my god. This will
Yeah.
be the only time the spell succeeds.
Like, such is RPing that in my head I ran the numbers on does Noel think he could take Krellick? And the answer is yeah. I have a cheat code for this.
You
Yeah,
do,
you got-
because
you
you're a
have real
great cleric.
magic. You have real magic.
Well, I have anti-life shell, which is gonna make Krellick's life a little difficult.
Yeah, it would. It certainly would.
I'll link. It's one of my favorite. It's just hard to figure out when to use it.
Mhm.
It's very cool though. It's just the nope circle. To like, nah, you're gonna have to run past at me because you're not getting in.
boy. Oh boy.
Don't,
Ted, you doing all right, buddy?
don't worry, I'll cast my Krellick's Crushing Claw in there and
Tickle me.
kind of tickle, kind of just push your face a little bit.
Just like honk my nose.
Yeah.
I've got your pen now. What you gonna do?
That's what you do with the pirate background, baby.
Yeah.
You just hold up your finger and be like, I already have. I have a pen. I'm always
Oh
on.
fuck. I'm glad I didn't hit you with Spirit Guardians.
Yeah.
You could have hit me with Spirit Guardians. You're not gonna
Look,
kill me.
I agree,
Let's go
but
lay down.
still,
Come on.
it's a bad precedent.
Wait,
Well-
do you have spirit guardians?
Yes.
Perhaps? Oh, okay.
I do today, yes. I
Yeah.
have for a bit.
The ghosts.
Hmm
You guys got to see the ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got promoted, so I can do some stuff
You-
now.
You got a posse now.
Yeah, I got an entourage if I want it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been upset if you did it because I was gonna de-escalate anyway.
Mhm.
You know.
I figured.
Yeah.
Look, if you're playing a soft friendly cult boy who is generally pretty slow to anger, and then somebody points at him and forces him to walk on his hands. I don't know. That's
Little-
probably
It's panic
on-
mode.
yeah. It's on the short list of like 3 things that could make him angry.
Yeah. So far,
Other
we've
of
seen
which was
2
like,
of those
yeah.
3 things.
We've seen 2 of them. Third one's a surprise.
Third one's
Res-
the maybe we don't know what it is until we see
Yeah.
it.
It's reserved for people who put ketchup on hot dogs.
Wait, isn't that how
What?
people normally
Wait,
eat it?
what?
Not-
That one feels like a normal move, Adam. What?
Yeah, hold on.
I mean,
Not
I
for
don't
Noel.
do it, but I feel like that one's the
Interesting.
normal one.
You
Not
just
for
did
Noel,
it.
it's not.
Okay,
Okay.
think-
Okay.
I would agree. I think.
I think Noel doesn't like flavor.
Yeah, it's just plain.
He's used to gruel.
Yeah, it's gut-wrenchingly plain.
Boiled hot dog.
The major issue is that Null is bigger than the standard cleric of Churgle physically, and therefore has to eat a volume of gruel that the others don't necessarily have to ingest. So you just lose the ability to taste after a while. you just don't anymore.
Do you stop?
Neurons there, they burn out.
Do you learn to start liking it and stop hating it? Therefore, you just now hate flavor. Is that what it is?
I
It's
feel like that's gotta be
probably-
it. That's very cult-esque.
Yeah, it's probably just that flavor is just way too much going on. It's just overstimulation in every direction. Just like
The same reason he
think
hangs
my-
out in the dark.
dark, dry, cool. All recipes for a good null.
Crypt.
Yeah, maybe.
I like that the Cambion is the Batman though.
Yeah, the Batman is very good. I have never I've laughed at it or chortled at it literally every time. The Batman.
The Batman.
Especially if it's been a run of 15 minutes and then hearing Kralik say the Batman very seriously in context catches me off guard again.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
what if I just keep twisting the Batman's head off until he gets
God, the Batman.
the
I
Batman?
I gotta kill the bat.
I just really also love that. Let's go at it sideways. What's your idea? I attack him from the front. Well,
What if we bring hell here?
and see,
Yeah.
that feels like a sideways. That one feels sideways to me. That
Yeah.
feels
Nobody
Pretty
sees that
sideways.
coming.
Yeah, I think that's technically doable. It's not advised.
Yeah, well,
the same
nobody
reason.
expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah, I don't know. We were just getting done fighting somebody who wanted to bring the Feywild here, so fuck it. Why not bring a hell dimension to the prime material? Just a little, though.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Just a room full of it.
I would love to to grill Kralik on what is a little amount of a hell dimension. Quantify that for me. Like a house.
Yeah, enough that you can run around.
Yeah, his bedroom. We bring his bedroom from the hell dimension here.
get his dad to ground him.
Yeah.
He's in his room.
That's what I'm saying, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that's what you're saying. It's insane.
Is there another bigger demon bully that we could get to go over and give him a swirly? Into
Exactly.
Magma swirly.
The answer is always yes until
yeah.
you're asking about Asmodeus. So
Yeah, it's a reverse like nesting doll where there's always a bigger demon.
it's just, as you go up, the price gets higher to the
Yeah.
point where
Right, well, and see, that's why if we're coming at it sideways, we've got to actually go in reverse. We'll just go for smaller and smaller demons. But if we
Yeah.
collect enough of them,
Yes.
We get those
Okay.
ooze people. That, like,
yes.
We need like 50,000 closets, or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
And we can aggregate them into one bigger demon.
Right.
I spent the last 20 years collecting closets in a room.
Right.
Yeah.
You get 50,000 closets, they're going to have to call an exterminator when we let them all loose. Like, you know how
Yeah.
expensive that's going to be?
Where do the closets live? Well, I've been keeping them all in like a cellar. I've just boarded it up. I figured out how to summon them directly in there, and
Yeah.
they mostly scream at all times.
There's a constant droning coming from the basement. I think they're actually working on the plan of bringing hell to here for me.
This reminds me of the fucking colony. What is it? What was it called? It was a really unethical rat experiment where they just put a whole bunch of fucking rats in like a pit in the ground in a barn with like some apartments in it, and it turned into a fucking hellscape like within a few generations. There were like some of the rats that went to the apartments and like buried themselves in with like guards, and would just spend all day eating and sleeping. There were some that were like down on the floor who just spent all of their time fighting each other and getting food, and that's all they did all day. Like they accidentally oopsied into like a like post-capital.
They made Lord of the Flies.
Yeah,
Yikes!
I gotta find it.
Wonderful. I don't think I want to see that.
There's no pictures of it because I think that's where they drew the line.
Right, they saw it and they were like, we can't, like, obviously we have to record this, like, data-wise, but
Yeah,
nobody has to look at this.
it's the behavioral sink. It's the collapse in behavior, which can result from overcrowding.
That checks
Mhm.
out.
The rats were left in there. Well, there was a series of like little rat utopias he made because science was weird at one point. Between 1958 and 1962 with some Norway rats.
Oh, man.
Enormous.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I really love the idea of bringing Jim Dark Magic along on our adventures.
oh
Yeah.
my God.
Lauren does not like that one
I-
bit.
No.
I, Ted the player, we have reached you're just gonna have to deal with this, Kralik. You make your bed, you're gonna lie in it,
Yeah.
because all the options are bad options.
Well, of course, they're all bad options.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made a mistake.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, they're all bad options.
Like, you made a mistake, and I'm willing to meet you halfway in that you made a mistake because you didn't have the information you needed. Which is just bad contract work, but it's a demon, so that's to be expected.
Yeah, they're not even known for, like, their contracts, you know? Demons usually aren't nice enough to have a contract.
Yeah, they make pacts
They
which are dirty.
sick.
What does it mean?
They
It's
sick.
devil, because Grast is an archdevil.
No. Grast is a demon.
He was an archdevil. He's one of Asmodeus' dudes.
Mm-mm.
He has one of the layers, I thought, of hell.
He's a demon.
You're thinking of grits.
Oh, that makes sense.
He's
They both
cousin
start with a
Grits.
G.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Common mistake.
Oh, he got kicked out. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, he's a demon. which is something that came up a lot in this early game because, you know, as far as everyone was concerned, Kiara was like, you know, a succubus, and like, well, she's a fiend, sure, but like obviously she's a devil because she's, you know, a tiefling still. I was like, nope, and I kept saying over and over, not a devil, demon, not a devil, a demon. Came up a lot actually. Okay, Adam, are you back?
Mm-hmm.
Monkey's here.
No, I left.
Oh no. Well, then I think we're just gonna have to end session. I'm sorry, Monkey.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'll be back. I'm back now. I'm back. Don't answer.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
Oh, cool. Hey.
How's it
Glad
going?
you could make
Sean and Ted and Cody. Cody? Nope. Okay. Well, we're gonna go on anyway. To the Quartermasters of Eos, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. You have the familiar warm welcome of the captain as you enter the busy, busy temple. Good morning, everyone. It is good to see you so bright and early. And what brings you here this morning?
Contract renegotiation.
Well, I thought we had come to very good terms.
We have, but Null's eyes go towards Kralik.
Ah,
Kind of, yeah.
we do not do refunds here.
I am a paying customer.
And I am an ostracized tiefling living in a city full of humans.
Well, if you don't do refunds, what's the price to buy it back?
To buy back the specific sacrifice, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
She grins. It is easy. You have to simply give me something of equal worth. This is, after all, a business.
Is
I
this
have-
artifact? Is this artifact that you want equal worth?
Oh, certainly not. This artifact holds a place for me that I find particularly interesting. But Kralik has offered a trade that has taken away fear. Fear itself.
Yeah, but he took two things from me.
Well, naturally. Well, no. As part of the exchange for my... How do you want to put it? Tutelage? That was my price.
I thought I was gonna pay you in gold.
I didn't object to it, if you recall.
You is a shrewd businesswoman.
She nods.
What about this powerful ring I have?
I know this ring.
Yeah, what do you know about it? It's great and known throughout all the lands.
I know everything you know about it.
What do I know about it?
You put it on, you turn into a little white creature. You have used it to walk into the greater part of your lighthouse, encounter a very peculiar light of a sort. Yes?
How you know about it?
I'm a shrewd businesswoman.
No one knows about it.
If you wish to renegotiate, we come on fair terms. You offer something that I would appreciate and value in the same way that you had valued the gift that you so willingly gave away. And then I might be able to help you if you really wish to undo the contract that you have made.
I don't know what else I could give. I mean, can I like just do something for you or for, you know, is
Ellos?
yep.
I suppose, if you wish to work under my employ, in a more permanent situation, then I would be obligated to free you of any external bonds. Now, naturally, of course, any service you are doing in my name is also in the name of the Great Eos.
I mean, I kind of already have a job.
She
So all we
shrugs.
need to free Krellick from this existing deal is to bring something more valuable.
That would be the easy way to think of it.
Like, say, the relic of a greater deity?
Yes.
Well, if we come across one, we'll be sure to hand it over.
And what happened to the last one you had?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I already know.
Well, then why did you ask?
To give you the opportunity to speak.
This employment, how long?
There is places that are dangerous to be exploring, and the more risk you are willing to put forth, the shorter the time. Minimum 6 months, and maximum 3 years.
And what, you just, I'd be like, going into like some dangerous place and doing what?
Acquiring things for me and for Eos.
Instead of our current employer.
Okay, well, you want me to do the same thing I'm doing now, but for you?
Yes.
To be clear, you want this for simply the opportunity to bargain with the demon again. That is
Yeah.
what you are charging for.
Correct?
Well, I don't even get it back. I gotta work for you for 6 months minimum, and then it's just to get an audience with him.
Unless you have something that you feel is equal threat to the blessing of an archfey.
I mean, what if I just go where he is?
Then you will be slaughtered.
Yeah, right.
Okay. This is getting us nowhere, I think.
Agreed. This is bad faith. It was
It's not.
initiated
We
in
know
bad faith.
the terms.
We know the terms. He did not.
I'm referring to our situation now. The terms of what we need to do have been made clear. Whatever. In order to get this renegotiation, we simply need to bring in something valuable than what was currently bartered. That is as clear as it gets. However, the deal made before was made, whether in good faith or not, that is outside the purview of this current conversation.
Potentially, I would litigate contract negotiation on this, on the grounds that value is subjective, arbitrary. You cannot make a contract for a thing you will not state a value in gold.
As I
mean,
told him
it is
before,
done
I was
all
willing
the
to
time.
take gold.
What is the gold price then for an audience with your lord?
5,000 gold.
Which we can acquire if necessary by fulfilling this contract here.
Would you look at that?
Mitchell pointedly looks around at everyone.
I think that we.
What time of day is it right now?
Morning.
I think maybe we take a little time to think it over, and then we can make our decision.
Take as long as you need.
Hey, Wormhead, did you get anything new in?
The shipment will be in by the end of the week, as per standard.
Okay.
But I appreciate your patronage.
Well, we figured, two birds, all that.
Of course.
Okay, well, I could use a drink. I don't know about the rest of yous.
Yep.
I need to take a walk. I will meet you at the casino. I assume that's where you're going.
Yeah.
If you move, I have the ring. Yop, you can message me.
No, I'm not going to the casino.
Oh, okay.
I think it's time for two old ladies to have some tea together.
Okay. A few of you head off to this casino.
As we're leaving, I am going to lean down and whisper into Yop's ear, be careful. It is not contracts, it is bad faith bargains.
Thank you, Nolan.
Noel nods, straightens up and walks out.
For those who are going to the casino, is there anything you'd like to specify that you are doing?
I'll help finish. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'll help Lucky do the betting tallies and the paperwork for it. That's a good day.
Excellent.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's been a rough morning. He's unwinding by
Yeah.
doing math.
I need a vacation.
I'll sit at the bar drinking, and I have the headband of intellect like on the bar top. I'm just like kind of spinning it, and then like a coin, you know.
All right. And
Doing
Lauren?
catch cradle with it between your claws.
right.
Lauren, anything from you?
No, I think I'll just be having a drink. Yeah, not much.
Okay. Okay then. Yop. Where are you headed?
I'm headed to Leroy's.
Okay. The door is open.
Where's Ashel is headed?
Oh, that's funny.
So,
Great.
So you're right.
All right.
That is
Kinda
not where I was
figured.
expecting you were heading.
Yeah, I could tell by what you said, but
Yeah, I thought you were gonna look. Yeah, as far as Noel knows about Yop, Yop would threaten Zendros. Be like, listen,
it's why
bitch.
Yop left.
Yeah, listen, bitch, I'll cut you.
Right, there was going to be some real nasty Meemaw energy in that.
Oh no.
Okay. The two of you, for a moment, think you're splitting off from the group, and very shortly realize you're headed in the same direction.
Right, and I'd like to think that at one point, like, he decides to take Elm Avenue, and I decide to take Spruce Street to go around this building, but we just reunite on the other side of the building. Oh, Sash, okay, hello. Oh, would you, I was going to ask Lyra if she was interested in some tea.
Uh-huh.
I thought her, suggestion was a very bad idea.
Agreed.
Well, let's see if we can't talk some sense into her.
Okay. The two of you enter just as Punketta appears to be like gathering some things to like go to bed. And she waves to you guys. She climbs the stairs to like the loft, and Liru is actually preparing tea for the morning. Welcome back.
Oh, you already have tea. I thought, well, perhaps yours is better for morning consumption. Hello, nice to see you again.
Good to see you too. I do enjoy it every once in a while, but it is damaging to the celestial form that I have, as you can understand.
Well, I came back, and I presume Zashel came back as well to talk with you about your offer on behalf of Kralik. It was very generous.
Of course.
I'd take a teacup and pour myself some tea. It was also quite stupid.
She sits across from you, but doesn't say anything.
You think that because you don't have much time left, that somehow makes this time more valuable?
I know it does. The value put on it by myself, my elders, by Zashel. It is valuable. It's incredibly valuable.
Oh, I didn't say it's not valuable. I said the value isn't derived from the fact that you have little of it left.
Her head cocks to one side, and you vaguely see what what looks to be a second set of eyelids flick horizontally over her eyes.
I mean, if having little of it left is what made time valuable, no one's time would be more valuable than mine, don't you think?
There's also to be considered the weight of the lives that are affected by such time. Your time is indeed deeply valuable, yeah. I have yet much to do in the limited time that I have left. A very specifically ordered amount of things to do that I have, unfortunately, not come near enough to completing.
Which will be made all the more difficult. And he just goes back to pacing.
Yes, I believe what Zashel was trying to say is that if you have these things to do, and people are counting on you to do them, why then would you offer that in exchange for something that Krellick wants?
Because it is important.
More
The thing that
important than what these other people want? More important than the commitments, the responsibilities you have to these other people? More important than your responsibility to Zashel?
I do not think so. I would not be so unwise as to offer or come near allowing the rest of the time that I have. But the truth of the matter is that the gift that is in Krellick's blood, that he has offered, that he has given away, it is extraordinary, rare, rarer still than creatures of my own kind, and we are very precious few.
Every one of you that is lost makes it harder for every other one of you. You don't have a responsibility to me. It's the opposite. I agreed to this bargain. I agreed to this pact to help you. Any time that is lost is less time that I have the ability to do that. That is that I can't carry on when you are gone. I will not have the abilities. I will not have the strength. If you are gone, the mission ends. If I am gone, the mission continues. That is far more.
She looks down at her cup and tilts it towards her and says, "The mission may be near complete, Zashel. there is yet something here that keeps it from being completely resolved, the unity that we seek. But already there have been contracts with the lizard folk, the Lokatha, the sea elves, and the merfolk, all in alliance with many members of this city and the kingdom of Keotland. The elves, the treants of the drowned forest, all creatures that seek peace. And with the death of Granny Nightshade, there is but one thread that I sense remains. Should that not come untied, as is the duty that you have sworn to resolve such tension, you and I will have nothing left here.
And do you know what this last knot is?
For all the divinity and all the divination, unfortunately, no. Though that knot grows weaker, somehow, I know that.
Well then, until it is done, until that knot is untied, you must remain. I want to help Krellick. I do. Not at that cost. There has to be another way.
Should you think of it? Seek counsel first.
Zashel will just leave.
Yop will follow him out. Thank you for the tea.
Good morning. Do you guys head back to the casino?
Mm-hmm.
While they're walking, I am sorry, Yop. I know Krellick means a lot to you, and he is an important part of our team. And because of that, there should be a higher price that I am willing to pay, but that is...
No. It's why I wanted to speak with Liru in the first place. Trading one difficulty for another doesn't seem like much of a solution.
I'm glad we agree. I know I have disappointed you recently with the fight with Hamir. When I left, I was under the impression that regardless of who won the fight, that both would be with us the next day, and so ultimately the fight was a formality. I can't tell you now, right now, why I was not there. But I do hope that when I can show you, you will understand. It's not that I want to keep this hidden, but for now I have to. For everyone's safety.
Well, you do seem to have lots of secrets and lots of private contracts, Zeshel. And you know...
It's these two.
And in the fight with Chandria, you didn't take out a contract that was in direct opposition to the contract that the franchise took out?
It wasn't in direct opposition.
Did Chandria seem to think that it was?
Chandria's issue was overstepping.
Well, here's the issue.
An error I would have done either way.
Yeah, see, I don't mind that you have these contracts. And I don't mind that you have these secrets. Right? What I mind is that you seem to think you're infallible with them. When other people do them, you take great umbrage with them. And when you take them...
When have I done that? I'm not even mad at Krellick for this decision. This was...
You threatened to kill Vakaris.
I did. That is true.
Chandria, we just went over this. Chandria said the contract was in direct violation to the one we signed, and you're still saying that it isn't.
Who told you that I was going to kill Vakaris? The only people who knew were Vakaris and Krellick.
Well, then who...
That answers that.
Does it?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those two, because I say something.
See, and
the point was I was... And to be clear, and I think this is a misunderstanding with Vakaris as well, I was never planning to kill Vakaris. I said I considered it. It was a thought that crossed my mind because he was a threat to all of us. To you, to me, to Krellick, to our entire franchise.
And
I stand by that assessment of him at the time.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Right, but you can't understand, you can't see how the combination of you considered killing him because he was a threat to the franchise, you have secrets that you can't tell us about, but you hope you can in the future, and you have contracts that you take out that are in direct opposition to franchise contracts, and you refuse to accept that that's a contradiction. You can't see how that combination doesn't foster a comfortable working environment?
Suppose not.
Well, then I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree.
Ultimately, my goal has been and will always be to protect this franchise, to protect its members. Every deal I have made, every decision that I have made, every course of action I have undertaken has been to protect this franchise and its members. Even when doing so was in direct contradiction to the work that Liru and I have done, have worked on, have strived for. The contract, the deal that I have with Liru gives me the abilities I have used to save the lives of every member of this franchise at least once. to make sure that the things that we need are available to us, to do everything within my responsibilities for the operation and protection of this franchise. The only reason that I saw Vicaris as the threat that he was at the time, again, not anymore, the nature of his... It doesn't matter anymore. The point is, if ever there is any doubt, ever, just remember, since the moment we all signed our contracts that first day, this franchise has my full attention and my full protection. Any deals I have made have been to that end. They will always be to that end.
Yeah. Okay, Zashel. Just try and keep in mind that you're not the only one.
I am aware.
You arrive back at the casino. Where, not a lot seems to be happening, right?
I'm just kind of like looking over the notes that Punketta had given, like flipping through the book, but it's a little tough, especially because I'm not wearing the headband.
Right.
Is Noel here with us in the casino?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just
Yeah.
off to the side, like humming to myself and doing.
He is sitting at a table with Lucky, who is there but not doing anything.
Yeah.
He's
I'll,
asking
like-
Lucky a question like once every couple of minutes, and Lucky is like giving an answer, going back to not paying attention.
Yeah, she's sitting there smoking and pretending that she is not there.
I'll kind of I'll grab my drink and kind of walk over, just like look at what they're doing for a minute, and then I'll ask
Hey, you both know, like, how to do things. How?
Some things, yes, not all things.
How you think it is that Zanny knew all the things that she knew?
About what, more specifically?
I mean, she was saying things that, like, I mean, she couldn't have known.
Such as?
She knew that I tried to get into the top of the lighthouse wearing the mouse ring.
And you did?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course I did. But
Oh.
Was
I
that
mean-
before or after you let it out the first time that we saw it?
it was before. But I didn't get under the door. Let's just keep that between us, okay?
Uh-huh.
How would she have even known that?
Either she took it from your mind, took that memory, or saw it, or we are being spied on. However, to spy on you doing something so secretive. Did anyone else witness you do this thing?
Obviously not. I'm very sneaky.
Are you sure?
I mean,
Yeah, I
You
think I've
told
got
no
some
one.
battle scars from the Sahaugen fortress that might indicate maybe not.
well, I mean, everyone else was around us. You know, if I'm on my own, it's hard to know if I'm there. or
Quiet
not.
as a mouse.
You
Yeah,
are quite-
quiet as a mouse.
As someone who lives in the same place as you, this is not true. You have heavy footfalls. Very heavy.
Okay.
You may take that as a compliment if you wish.
Oh, okay, I will.
Very powerful.
Weighty, threatening. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Say it again.
No.
Shit. I mean, okay. Oh, this is harder without the headband on. Hold on. Okay, so she knows things that she shouldn't, but when if what was given was only what was supposed to be taken, then she would have had to have taken something she wasn't supposed to, right? Like if she got in my mind and took me memories, then she wasn't supposed to be doing that.
True.
Right.
Well, how do you watch someone without being there?
There is magical means of doing so. If you were scryed upon, perhaps.
Maybe she's like doing that to us at the lighthouse.
In this case specifically, you are saying that she knew that you tried to get to the top of the lighthouse, and that you were wearing this specific ring, yes?
Yeah. That's why it's weird, right? It's like you said, specific.
What is this ring exactly?
I hold out the ring.
It is a white silver ring that is shaped like a tiny mouse head.
Where did you acquire this ring?
I got it in the Hedix Tower.
We were in a old wizard's tower.
Yeah, it's where we met Tally.
Hmm.
Miss Tally.
What does this ring do exactly?
Or if you put it on, it'll turn you into a little mouse, and then you can like not be a mouse if you want to. It's fun. You should actually try it. It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna real quick cast Detect Magic and look at the ring. Like,
Sure.
I'm expecting to see transmutation. I'm expecting
Yeah.
to see, change shape. I'm looking for divination.
No divination.
Okay. And looking Krellick over during this, I don't see any big, divination pings anywhere on him, do I?
Well, why don't you give me actually an Arcana check?
Okay. I will. This feels important. I'll give myself guidance on this.
Okay. Oh, you can't do that. Guidance is concentration.
Fair enough. Okay. I'll keep it.
Okay. The circlet that he's got with him has divination magic on it, but that kind of makes sense.
The circlet?
The headband of intellect.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense.
Except, where did he... Hold on, that's it. Where did you buy the headband of intellect?
From Zeddy's place. I mean, like, she's like one of the only people in town that just like sells this kind of shit.
Yeah, like, just staring meaningfully at the headband, Noah's gonna, like, stroke his chin for a second.
I mean, I got what? I got the headband. I got this ring. This
Which-
one makes it so I can swim real good in the water.
What all have you bought from Zendros?
Oh man, I mean, we've all bought like I think a lot of stuff really. I can't remember if this drift globe came from her or not.
I guess I'll glance towards the drift globe.
I'm trying to remember where the drift globe came from. I think you found that one, right?
I do not remember.
Okay.
We found it.
You found?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it, I think. And
Yeah.
Oh, and I think I bought me hat there.
I actually have no idea where I have this hat. When did I get my wizard's hat?
I think you bought it from the general store.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Noah's going to fold up some of the papers, set them into a pile, and say, "I need you to lay out everything you've received from Zendros on the table, please."
Okay, hold on. I gotta get the headband. I gotta put it on to remember what I did.
No, please set it on the table. Do not put it on.
I will begin laying out. I actually have a list called Magic Shit on Me. The Drift Globe, no. The Ring of Swimming, for sure. The Headband of Intellect, for sure. I have a Parapet of Wound Closure, but I don't remember.
That came from Chandria.
There you go. So it's just the two then, the Ring of Swimming and the Headband of Intellect.
Okay, and Sarah, that's the case for both.
Correct.
Like you said, I don't. With the 15, I can see it. I can identify it. In the case of the Headband of Intellect, I would have no way of knowing. I mean, I guess I might, but I'm not an expert at magical items, as Noel. But the ring, that's not normal.
The ring predominantly is a transmutive magic that grants a swimming speed. So, yeah, that's weird. But what you see in adjacency is weird.
Yeah, it's only by the comparing the two of them. Does it look like the same amount on both? Although I guess in the Headband of Intellect, it might be a thing of divination, so I wouldn't have any way of knowing.
Correct.
Yeah. Then yeah, I think looking at both of them, Noah's going to pick them up and put them into the bag of holding and holds up essentially a and says in sign, quiet for a moment to Krelly.
Yeah, because he was about to say like, "Hey."
Once they are in the bag of holding, Noel leans forward slightly and is like, okay, to simplify, on those two items was divination. In the case of the headband, that may be correct. That is how it was constructed. There should not be divination on the ring. That is not correct. Divination is scrying and looking magic, listening, knowing magic.
She's gonna cry when she looks at me.
What?
You said crying. She's crying.
Scrying. It is spying magics. Looking without being near.
That horned, two-faced. Oh.
Before we proceed, we need to find Zashel. This is a problem. It might not just be you.
Whip our tail off.
Noma's standing up saying, I will have to finish this later, Lucky.
Yeah, this got weird fast. And the door
out of-
opens.
Out of
Yeah.
character, Zendros is the one that we buy spell reads from as well, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And she is already beginning to like pull out the components she has purchased.
Yeah,
from-
I have
yeah.
components as well. They're all in a bag of holding, but
Mhm.
I guess pulling them out. I have a few minutes left on detect magic here. Do any of them look laced?
Any component that is expendable, no. But
Okay.
anything
don't-
bigger than that.
I don't think I have a permanent.
I think you would for one of the if you have a summoning. Oh wait, no, you probably
I
walked in
came
with that, huh?
that,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All
I
right.
haven't really bought much from her.
Yeah.
If anything, actually, besides the consumables. Okay.
Yeah.
So Lucky might have an item or two. So
She does not actually.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, won't know until the rest get here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody's
but
walking through the door.
yeah. Zashel and Yop get back.
Noah's going to sign to Zashel. Like walks up and like from a certain distance away signs to Zashel and Yop. Please take, without saying anything, take all of the items that we have bought from Zendros and place them on a table.
Zashel will pull the cuff off his ear and look at Krellick.
Is that the? Didn't I take that from an elf?
You
train-
did,
the-
but you had it adjusted by her.
Son of a bitch.
I shatter the glass I'm holding for my drink.
Krellick,
Zashel will
are
take
you
that as an affirmative
okay?
and put the cuff on the table.
Wait, does anyone know what No said? I never really picked up the. And then Lauren does the little hand gesture thing.
Noel very rapidly pulls out a paper and writes on it furiously and hands it over.
Zashel holds up a hand and then will take the 10 minutes to ritually cast. I have a button here. Boom.
Okay. Yeah.
We can speak now.
What
What is going on?
Krellick had an important point. Zendros had knowledge of something Krellick did that there was nobody around to witness, according to him. Initially, I assumed somebody did, that perhaps either we had a spy, or that she was magically spying on us. I removed
I'm sorry. Who?
Zendros.
Ah,
She knew that I tried to get into the top of the lighthouse one night when I put on my mouse ring and I thought I'd give it a go, but it didn't work. Nobody knew that, alright? Like, no one knew it.
To elaborate, the headband that Krellick bought from her and the ring of swimming both had divination magic on them. I cannot speak for the headband, but the ring should not have had that there. That is why I need to see your items.
the only one that would have, I guess, is the cuff.
Where did we get these rings? The sound sending rings?
Tower of Xenopus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The spells daily, which I'm not attuned to, is not from her. That was from Liru. My summoning, shit, what is it called? Reliquary is from Liru. The gloves are from Chandria, and the ring is from Yacht. The only other thing is the cuff, which...
Oh man, am I going to be unhappy. I'll put my Warhammer on the bar, which I got enchanted.
Yep.
And very reluctantly, Yop will take off the belt of pants.
Oh, yo, not the belt.
I'm going to, this time, ritually cast Detect Magic, because that was my Firbolg quick use.
Pass also.
And then, give these items a look. At this point, I will pull out the ring of swimming for comparison. Headband intellect.
There is the comparable, very, very faint divination aura on each of these items.
I know how you feel, Miles. I just had to take off the belt of pants, goddammit.
Oh no, I'm about to pants.
As they're like going over and looking at this stuff, I want to pull out the abacus and like click-clacking the skulls back and forth. I'm gonna be casting augury.
I think Noel just
What's the
shares
question?
a look with Zashel.
My question is, I haven't looked at the spell in a while, so I'm unsure exactly the phrasing I need to use. But it's hold on. Okay, it's okay. Receive an omen about the thing that's okay. Killing Captain Xandros.
Oh. Whoa.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry, what was
I'm
the result?
AFK. I don't know what's being pinged.
I'm just typing at Zashel that no, technically Lauren did not buy anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just about
consumable.
She's too broke.
Yeah, Noel will first look at them, verify, and then just watch Zashel see them.
I'll just let Noel and Zashel know that if they find anything that they believe is remotely suspect, to hand it over and I'll identify it.
You can do so, but identify does not pull up anything unusual about these items.
Well, I guess I'd learn that the hard way.
I don't know what that means. What?
He's just
Well, I
gonna
mean,
cast it.
right. I mean, like, I'd probably
Oh,
still do it. I just would say, that's weird. It seems like a normal item, but it doesn't explain the divination aura.
Yeah.
Uh,
Which, to be fair, like, that's how cursed items work.
Yeah. With one of them, I will try a couple things. First, I'll try dispel magic on the specific, like, divination, like, magical effect.
Mm-hmm.
Not upcasting or anything.
I think that works.
Okay. without damaging the underlying magic. This is probably on the ring of swimming since it's kind of
Yeah.
the least valuable.
How dare you?
Yeah, sorry. Okay. I assume Zashel is watching Noel try this.
Yeah. I mean, he's standing right there.
Yeah. I would do it to. How many of these can I do? How many total items are there? 4?
Good question.
Yeah. I think
2 from me.
ahead. Yeah. 2. Two from Yop. That's right. And then 1 from me.
Oh, I can help with that if you like.
You first need to see the magic.
Oh, don't think I can do that today.
Mm-hmm. Some of these can wait. But I believe I can remove that enchantment, at least for now. All of this is mental, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
I think in the mental bond, Lauren would ask, should we be worried that she'll know we removed them and are onto her?
Probably not.
I mean, we did just kind of come in and, like... I mean, she's got to have a big interest in what we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, but she can't really confront us about it because that would require her to admit to spying on us. So,
True.
it's sort of a mutual. I don't want to say mutually assured destruction, but
I mean,
she can't admit to it and we can't prove it, so we all sort of agree that it just is no longer happening.
Unless we want to confront her. If so, I can leave one of these items unaffected in the bag of holding.
We could.
I definitely want to confront her.
Karlach, are you sure that's a good idea?
I don't know. I'm not wearing my headband.
You made the decision just fine on your own before the headband. I don't think you need it as much as you think you do.
Regardless,
Okay,
I don't.
typing out which items I'm going to remove it on today with the spell slots I have.
I don't know that this is necessarily a huge concern at the moment. How long have we been using these items? I mean, yes, there is the invasion of privacy, to be sure.
Krellick,
Yeah.
your prestidigitation wand.
The one that Vicaris gave me?
Uh-huh.
Yes, he bought it from her. Buddy.
I'm assuming, like, I guess it, like, pings because I have it on me.
Yeah.
I like,
No. Not these.
I'm not breaking it. I am removing that part. The bad part.
Sasha, do you think this is something we need to report to the franchise about a break in security, privacy?
Probably.
We don't know what kind of information or what she has and what she's using it for.
You're right. That's a good idea. Some of this will have been caught by the Whisper Jar, but obviously everything we're saying now will not be, since this is inaudible. I don't know that we represent any, or that she represents any direct existential threat to us at the moment. Simply because how long have we been using these items, and we've not had any real reason to assume that that information is being used negatively. Not that I am enjoying our privacy being invaded, as that means that I have almost certainly inadvertently revealed Liru's location to them. Yes, we should definitely contact head office.
I'm sure Bakar says stuff.
Yeah, it's just the ear cuff for Zashel.
Are there 2 sets of ear cuffs or just that ear cuff?
No, it's just the one.
Okay, I'll fix that today then as well. Cross that off the list. Running low on spell slots for that.
Sorry, I can't see it. I would help, but I can't see it apparently.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is we're trying to remove one magical effect on a thing we can see, but you can't see unless you see the magical effect. Otherwise, you might remove all of the magic from the item, if you even could. Okay, so we'll cross the cuffs off the list, which leaves anything Vikaris is holding and Krellik's 2 items. Yop, yours are good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Yop's belt of pants and the hammer are covered. Cuff is covered. Krellik, that leaves your ring of swimming and the wand of prestidigitation in the bag. And I'll assume through like flow of whatever, Vikaris is radioactive at this point, so I'm gonna need to start scooping shit off of him the second we get back to the lighthouse.
Well, he's attuned to the loot, which we got from Chandria.
Yeah. He's just the hoarder. I feel like
yes.
he's got a lot of little bits.
Yeah.
Which we won't really know until Doug is back. So. Okay, yeah, Nola's in the process of like very quickly does Yop's items, hands them back to Yop.
Well, it was very kind of you to include my belt. I know it's not very important, but I do love it.
The reaction
That
was
makes it important.
You look very strange without pants, Yop. I don't think I've ever seen you without pants before.
It's a shame I have such lovely legs.
Yeah, I'd say.
No, you devil.
For now, I need
This-
to rest so I can fix the rest of these.
This does raise the issue of whether we wish to take that contract from Captain Zendros to the area north of Waterdeep. I know that this recent revelation certainly sours the relationship. On the other hand, that would provide us with the funds necessary to arrange a meeting with this Cambion and understand potentially what it would take to release Krellik from this deal and return his abilities to him.
If the meeting that she's talking about is like the lesson that she was teaching, you're not gonna like it.
I propose we take at least the day and the night to consider.
Yeah, we should clean off all this shit. That way she can't, watch us or whatever.
Oh, that means I'm gonna have to get rid of this, aren't I? And Lauren digs in her bag and she pulls out like a pretty large plushie of what looks like Zendros that she bought. There's like a little tag on it that has like the Acquisitions Incorporated logo because they're selling things relating to this franchise. And it's like so fluffy and nice to use as a Hello.
I will fix it. Or you will fix it.
What? No. I bought this. I had it shipped in from Waterdeep. It's
Okay.
just we don't like her
Yes,
anymore, so I
different
shouldn't
context
keep
now,
it.
yes.
Where'd you get Waterdame?
I ordered it. I have another one, and she pulls one out that's of Betty. It's like soft plush Betty.
How come we don't get these?
I put in an order. It kind of a secret. They come to the lighthouse in like a little crate.
Noel smiles, and you can like see the like sharpened sharpened teeth. And looks at Krellick. He will take the wand of prestidigitation out and hand it to Krellick. Mentally, hold on. First, he will mentally say, while it's in the bag, what I need you today to do for the rest of today is to have a party. And I'm gonna hand the wand of prestidigitation over to Krellick, and then verbally say, "This one seems to be fine."
I kind of like look at you strangely for a moment, trying to figure out what it is that you're asking me to do.
Is you asking me to sit in this casino and drink and gamble all day?
Yes, you need some rest and relaxation. Set your mind at ease. This is all verbal.
No, my mind's been at ease since the moment I woke up.
Mm-hmm. To be clear, I am offering you the opportunity to party as a part of your responsibilities for Acquisitions Inc. And you are resisting.
Oh no, I'm saying this is the best job I've ever been given.
Mm-hmm. He'll gesture to the bar and like give Lucky a glance.
Yep. She goes over.
I will turn my back to like Krellick, I assume, as he's walking over, unless Krellick stays for a sec.
I'll go and you told me to go drink and gamble all day. It's great.
I will sign to the rest, like very clearly signing in like his chest where it wouldn't be seen from over there. Essentially, like that will hopefully buy us some time to think.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm missing something. What's the purpose of?
Yeah. Then through the telepathic bond, we will take some time to think.
Well, I know what helps me think.
And I will head
Cup
to
of
our
tea?
little, pneumatic tube, because I got some Fey tea to brew. Get seriously fucked up. Let the world
Wait,
unfold. And...
I
Oh,
got
yes.
I got a new teapot I want to use.
Oh,
And
well,
Lauren pulls
everyone's
out
welcome.
a teapot that looks like a rage fang, and then there's like little cups that looks like ducks.
Oh my god, that's adorable. I can't wait to try it out.
I spent so much money on this.
Oh
And
my
in the
god.
bond, she says, "That's why I never bought anything from Zendros. I'm always broke."
Zashel and Noel, you're more than welcome to join us if you'd like.
I may do so later.
Thank you.
To Zashel in sign, I I will say, hopefully that has bought us time. I will fix these items once I've rested, but you should probably start deciding what we are going to do about this long term. there's a beat, and then he can't figure out how to like say the particular thing, so he will lean forward and you speak. You were one of the people who could speak Sylvan, right? Or was that the ear cuff?
That was the ear cuff.
Okay, I mean the cuff is clean
Yeah.
as far as I know. So in
Mhm.
Sylvan, I
You
will
you
say,
do know that I speak Infernal also, because we were speaking Infernal to Zendros. the
yeah,
other day.
I'm worried that Zendros can speak Infernal. I
I
don't
mean, she
know.
definitely
what level-
can. We were
Yeah.
we were using Infernal to speak.
Yeah, I don't know what level of bugged we are at the moment.
Got it.
So Noel is using multiple convoluted layers of communication to make this as confusing as possible.
The
for Zendros.
paranoia is set in.
Setting in.
Yeah. At least until I can defrag all this shit. Yeah. Noel will say, essentially in Sylvan, and you need to decide, or you need to decide if Liru is in danger because of this, or tell her.
Zeshal leaves.
Yeah. Noel's gonna go back to the lighthouse with all of the items gathered up in the bag of holding. Yeah.
Okay, and that's where we're gonna have to call session.